Okay, so our last review of the day is going to be for the film Marty Supreme. Marty Supreme is a movie directed by Josh Safdie. People know Josh Safdie possibly there. He's usually with his brother, Benny Safdie, who they did Good Time and Uncut Gems together. This year they split off. Benny Safdie went to do The Smash Machine, which we reviewed, which we thought was it's all right.
Yeah.
It was fine. Maybe not as great as what we've come to expect from the Safdies. But it was like, okay, which Safdie brother movie it was going to be better? Was it going to be the Smash Machine or Marty Supreme? Marty Supreme is better.
Yeah.
Josh Safdie beat the brother war, the brother civil war with Marty Supreme there. With his both did sports movies. He did a MMA film. He did a ping pong movie with Josh Safdie in this one. And this one's starring Timothy Chalamet, who is playing. So this is based on a loosely based on a real life table tennis player by the name of Marty Reisman there. And then Timothy Chalamet is playing a character named Marty Mauser. So they changed it a little bit, but yeah, very loosely based on that. And he's, trying to be the best in the world at table tennis. He wants to be a champion. He wants to be known to be the greatest in the world. And he will step over anybody and anything and do anything possible to accomplish that goal of being the best known table tennis player in the world there. And if you've seen Uncut Gems, if you've seen Good Time, it is very much similar to a lot of those things. If you've seen those movies, like you have a lead character who is deplorable, who, is able to talk himself out of situations, but also simultaneously get himself into worse situations and make things for him worse, and then make the things and people in his life much worse there. How he drags them down along with him, and even people that believe in him, like this guy in the trailer. He really, he's trying to convince his father, like, hey, this guy, he's got talent and he's really good. He's got great ideas, and I think we could really help him. He kind of ruins that relationship, and you see where that goes in the movie there. And so it's very much that similar kind of thing if you have seen those type of movies, and it's the same kind of chaotic nature of things, especially very recurring plots from the two movies of Uncut Gem and Good Time, where he has to get money right away. He needs money right now so he can get on a trip, so he can go to Japan, so he can face off against one of the best table tennis players in the world. And he's trying to run around to all these different places and ask for money and steal and lie and con and all these other things to try to get this money. So it's interesting, if when he does his if and when he does his fourth film, Josh Safdie, can he reinvent the formula again? Because I still think the formula is working with Marty Supreme. It's just how much can he reinvent it again and do it for the fourth film and make it new and inventive, like he keeps doing with a lot of these ones. So what were your thoughts, man? Marty Supreme.
Very much similar to Uncut Gems, where it's this character that is fascinating in one way, but also deeply deplorable. The difference between Uncut Gems and this is, in the previous movies that they've done, even with all the deplorability or interest in the subject matter that they're around, there is a comeuppance for their actions. And that does happen in this, but there is an ultimate comeuppance that ultimately defines the character by the end, and leaves them exactly where they left them. In this, while that somewhat happens with a twist, this movie is held together completely by Timothée Chalamet's performance, side characters like Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh my god, I'm blanking on her name.
Odessa,
yeah, and Odessa A'zion, which I think she does a fair job, as well as his childhood friend who is currently in a marriage, but she's still in love with him. And it's this level of just obsession. Like, I got to be the best. I know I'm the best. I am going to be the best. And the effing around that he does in this movie is like ping pong, up, down, up, down. He gets himself into a tense situation, then a release. Then he goes right to that next situation, then release. then to another situation and release, back and forth until it gets worse and worse and worse and getting into more situations he should not be able to walk away from. But because of his almost dogism, his just dog determination to get in and out of this situation, he does. And I'm going to be honest, this movie could have cut maybe 30, 40 minutes, and I think it would have had a more consistent story to wrap around. I think it goes a little too long in the tooth. But this movie absolutely is carried by the performances. Um, but but ultimately it suffers for its from its length, and I found its ending a little, I almost want to say, unfulfilling, especially
Mm,
with what had kind of been built beforehand. Although I do understand it, and I can in a way see what they were going for. I just don't know if they completely stuck the landing.
mm. Okay, interesting. I will say that the ending to this is better than some of the endings we've gotten in
Yeah,
the other movies there. Um, but yeah, I mean, with characters like this, I forgot the term they use, but it's like like seeing somebody who's really good at something. There's like a term that they use for that
yeah.
in movies. But seeing this guy, I mean, he's very talented. He's very good at ping
Oh,
pong.
he's very, from what he's shown, he's definitely a top contender. Like,
Uh,
there's that level of ego, but there also is a almost that he knows that he's good. This is selfish assured. I know I'm this good. A lot of it is hot air, but there isn't. A lot of it is ego, but there is a lot of talent and skill to back it up.
mm, yeah. And that's always impressive to watch because at least like, he's got something like the other people, they didn't really have anything like an Uncut
Yeah.
Gems or Good Time, like the lead characters in that. He's actually got a skill and a talent,
Yes.
that makes him kind of go like, okay, maybe helps you root for him a little bit more. Um, and just like when you see movies, maybe like with like Sean Baker films, there sometimes like these are not good people, like in Red
No.
Rocket or something like that, and you're following this guy. Maybe you have problem with that, but he's really not supposed to be a good person, and you're supposed to see all the flaws of this kind of human being and kind of what he's doing, and like I said, his confidence is also very alluring there of showing how much it is to believe in yourself,
Yeah.
to even if it is to a narcissistic,
Yeah.
grandiose level, that can be very dangerous. But also just this guy who is very, and he's able to
Right.
get with Gwyneth Paltrow, who's like this much older woman who is wealthy,
Yeah.
who's this
It
legendary, iconic actress in this movie, who's now retired. She's trying to make her way back, but
right.
who, yeah. Oh,
But
I'm sorry. Go
he
ahead.
uses that. He uses his confidence and he plays that, and she knows he's playing into it, but she can also see he is a genuine talented. She says to him even at one point near almost like when they late when he it's like almost their last meeting. She's like, "I admire your drive." It's like, "I admire your drive. Like you know what you want, and you will do whatever it takes to get it. I admire that." That's kind of what kind of drew her to him, was this, I know what I want. I'm going to go for it. This is what matters, and I want it.
Mm. And I'm willing to go over anybody that gets in
Yeah,
my way,
doesn't matter. I don't care.
and lie,
Yeah.
cheat,
Oh yeah.
steal,
More than
anything.
that. Keep going. Keep the list keeps going.
And this also divert because there's like a whole like crime
Oh
thing that
god,
happens in
yeah.
here. There's like some, director that comes in here who comes in as an actor as well. Abel Ferrara. He has a
Yeah,
good bit in
Mr.
this.
Michigan.
He has a good bit in this movie as well with him and his dog and everything. Like that's a good bit. You mentioned Odessa Azan there, who people might know. She was in the Hellraiser reboot. She was in that.
Mhm.
I think she was also in that Until Dawn movie, I believe. Yeah, she was in that as well.
Yeah.
Um, and here, it's like at first you kind of feel a little sympathy for her, being wrapped up with this guy, but then you realize like, oh, every lid has its pot. I mean, they
Yeah,
fit perfectly
they
with each
do.
other. They deserve each other.
Both have way too high opinion of themselves, way too high. She he has absurd level of narcissism and ego, and she's just like, Absolutely, baby, and you deserve it. Like, she just, like, gasses him up and also is like, "And I'm gonna be right there with you." Like, yeah, absolutely, there if he is gasoline, she is a match, and
Mm,
she is a match and fan. That is all she does.
mm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the stuff that she does to help him out in this is wild
You're
there.
just like, "Are you wow, okay, we're going there, okay."
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like I said, man, they deserve each other.
They do.
They fit with each other. Yeah, and you got some other, Kevin O'Leary's also in there. He plays the husband of Gwyneth Paltrow, who plays like the businessman that's trying to help Marty there, offer him a deal to like face off against his competitor there in Japan.
Yeah, Mr.
Um,
Kendo.
you got also Tyler, the creator, who shows up in a bit of this, who shows up as like the I guess one of the few friends that he has in there.
Yeah.
Who's like a fellow table tennis player, and they run like scams together. They run like those, like kind of like pool when you go like to a bar and you
Yeah.
two friends and you pretend you don't know each other and you just run game on people. Like he does, him do that. Like that was, I thought that was pretty good. Like their relationship was pretty good. And then also some other people in this movie. They're only in it for like a small bit, but they leave kind of an impression. Like Fran Drescher, who's his mother in this.
Oh, yeah.
Like she provides a good, like she's only in the movie for just a little bit, but you kind of get
Barely.
like
Yeah.
why he's in it, like kind of a little bit why he is the way he is based on
Yeah.
maybe you see some of his family. I like that quite a bit.
Yeah, a
But
lot of it does come from insecurity.
mm,
It's like,
yeah,
I wanna prove that I'm the best.
yeah.
Spice a
Um,
hell of a drug, man.
I mean, and just the admiration and you get from being the top level guy,
Yeah.
even if it is something like ping pong or something like that. Table tennis is like, hey,
He is a man dying of thirst. He is hungry all constantly. It doesn't matter what it is. I want what I want.
mm,
And there is a level of respect you get from someone who's put that much time, effort, and ability into a skill set. There's a genuine respect for that. But there is a level, at least what I appreciate this movie, where they just go, "Yeah, this guy ain't right.
mm,
He's gone. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs."
yeah.
There are moments when you just like, even though the character's like, Do you hear what you're saying right now?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, and
Mm, yeah. I mean, it's something about that hey, that helps attract people, from
yeah,
desiring that and wanting that. And also it kind of feels like it does mirror Timothy Chalamet, who is a guy that I mean, you hear him talk and he does talk about like I want to be the best. I want to be the goat of acting. I want to be the next big actor, Leonardo DiCaprio, Denzel Washington. I want to be that guy and I will pursue that and dedicate myself to that. I mean, he does talk about that sometimes. So I also think it's a little bit of a mirror of
yeah.
him, kind of doing that as well. It makes sense. I mean, why he was maybe drawn to do this movie.
Be careful,
Um,
Icarus."
yeah. And his promotion for that's also been the most weirdest thing about this
Yeah,
movie is like the promotion he's been doing. Like he's showing up with Drewski, the comedian sketch guy, and then he's doing
yeah.
like rap music videos. And I was like, what the fuck does this have to do with Marty Supreme? Like, but okay, sure. Why not there? But all in all, I mean, I think this is a fabulous movie. I think it's really great. Like I said, I love Uncut Gems. I love Good Time. I don't. I was trying to think like, do I like this more than Uncut Gems? I don't like it more than Good Time. I think Good Time was just so great. It's one of my favorite movies ever. One of my favorite movies of the 21st century. But I still think this is still very good. And like I said, it's going to be interesting. Like, how many times can he do this formula again?
I
And
think this
it's
is the last time he can really do this.
this the last time. This is
This
okay.
maybe
Is
one
the
more after this, and that's it. I this He's done this almost 4 times now, right?
this is the third movie for
The
him.
third, he gets one more. He gets a fourth movie, and then that's it. This trick is over.
Yeah. Like what I mean, what can his next movie like? What other deplorable human being can he can
Yeah,
he base
exactly.
a movie
But
around and it
and
be
that's
good for him?
it's almost I got to give it to him as a skill, to go. Oh, Trades for Marty Supreme. Uh,
Yeah.
it's almost a skill to write a deplorable character and have an audience member go, uh, shit. All right, I'll see how long this goes. All right, what is he gonna do next? Oh god,
Yeah.
he's doing that. Okay, all right, sure.
Mm. Yeah. And the ping pong. So this, I mean, the ping pong scenes are actually pretty
Yeah.
interesting to watch when they do it. Those are kind of fun there. But mainly it's about the chaotic nature of his life, and with ping pong scenes, inter kind of dispersed in between it, really. With that, uh,
Mm.
but yeah. So Josh Safdie, I don't know. I mean, maybe Benny Safdie just had bad luck with Smash Machine. Maybe he needs to make another. We'll see. Maybe do another. This was round one went to Josh Safdie. Maybe they have another movie coming out. We'll see if Benny Safdie can bounce back from the Smash Machine. But Josh Safdie seems to be continuing and doing some good movies. I like this one. I think I like it more than maybe Uncut Gems, maybe. But I don't think, I mean, Uncut Gems was so tense. Like, it had my heart
Oh,
racing when I was in Uncut Gems. I mean, what was
yeah.
kind of going on there? What do you think? Where would you kind of rank Marty Supreme amongst?
I think it was if it cut some of its scenes down, cut some of the moment, I could see them very close to neck and neck. But I think it almost overstays its welcome.
Mm,
But I think the tenseness of Uncut Gems was just better. It's
mm,
almost two. They're almost very two different. It's all about tension and tension and then release. There were a lot of that in this, but there was just moments in Uncut Gems where I'm like, "You're so dead." But
mm.
this is so I would actually say Uncut Gems is just a bit better.
Okay. Just a bit better. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
tough. I think it's a toss up for me right now. I had to go back and watch both of them just to see again my opinion on them. But yeah, for me, I would give Marty Supreme, I'd give it a peak for me. What about you? Final thoughts, ratings. You want to give it
I'm gonna give it a low peak.
low peak? Okay, all right,
Yeah,
nice.
this is a strong movie, regardless how I feel about it or some of the elements of it. I think it doesn't detract completely from it. It would have been a stronger movie though if it had cut more of its scenes, kept a little more closer to the test. And I think the ending itself is not necessarily bad, but what leads up to it and what contributes to it, it just is not enough there to really get to that ending.
Mm, okay.
So I think that does take points away, but I think it's still a very very strong movie. It it borders on a low peak and a high tune in. So I'm just gonna go with for now, right now, after just seeing it, I'll go with a low peak. See how I feel later.
This is gonna be on your best of.
We'll see. I gotta
We'll
think
see.
about it.
Mm, suspense. I like that. Creating that suspense there. All right. We'll see there. Yeah. Best of 2025 Dusk. Is Marty Supreme, would that be on the list there? All right. So 2 peaks for Marty Supreme there, a lowish peak from Dusk, just a regular
Mhm.
peak for me for it.